You are never going to release this muscle knot. I know that's probably not what you'd expect a massage therapist to say, but for a lot of people, this fibrous area between the shoulder blade and the spine has formed into something more than just a simple knot you can release. Specifically this area of the lower trapezius and the rhomboid major. This poor area has been lengthened, irritated, torn, and then repaired over and over and over again for years or even decades. And once it's learned to survive, it had to solidify up, and it's now a part of your body. So today I want to explain what you're actually feeling if it's not a muscle knot, and why trying to smash through it isn't going to work. However, even though smashing through it isn't gonna work, why people can still leave feeling much better and pain-free after a massage. So a person, or maybe even yourself, comes in and points to this area. After 15 years of massage therapy, I know the exact spot they mean. Somewhere in the rhomboids and trapezius is a bundle of fibers that have become this connective tissue bump. This is an area that has repaired itself thousands of times over, and at the start, it repaired itself with bigger, stronger muscle fibers, a process known as hypertrophy. But as the damage continues and the repairs aren't enough, the fibers aren't the only thing that starts getting affected. Connective tissue gets pulled in as well, and it's forced to reorganize itself in order to maintain that structure and its functionality. All of this new tissue, both muscular and connective tissue, creates the infamous scar tissue that we've all heard of. And scar tissue doesn't go away. It becomes a part of the repair process, and alongside with the new, stronger muscle fibers, your body rebuilds into what it is now. And now you have this knot, a newly formed bundle of muscular fibers along with some collagen and stronger connective tissues, and that's there for life, because your body has had to form a stronger rope. And that's exactly what you should think of it like, a rope. A rope can have a few strands rip and tear, but the rope remains intact. However, if you replace those strands with the same exact ones, they're likely to tear again, so you have to rebuild them with stronger strands. The process continues until all of the strands have either been rebuilt with stronger fibers, or the original fibers stepped up their game and got with the program. This is why it feels permanent, because you can't go back to that weaker original rope you had. It wasn't cut out for the work that you demanded. But after enough sleep, water, and protein, your body created and emerged with a new, stronger, and more functional rope. It requires some soreness and moments of pain, a rite of passage for your body to morph into a stronger version of yourself. However, in the end, you have this new piece of your body that's prepared for the very same actions it couldn't handle earlier. So of course, this is my favorite part. You have this new tissue, it's causing pain, so how does massage help if the new knot is permanent? Mobility and the nervous system. Our body is composed of many layers: skin, fascia, muscles, bone, connective tissue, fat, etc. A major reason we get this pain is because, in a perfect world, all of these layers glide over and smoothly function on their own accord. But when our body repairs itself, it unfortunately repairs in a globular ball of 3D tissue. It repairs the layers we want to rebuild, but it pulls in other layers as well. This is a problem because when we start to get layers that want to perform their own actions, they start taking other systems along for the ride. Those systems don't want to work that way though, and they begin to complain, and they can also get injured because they have to do a job that they weren't designed to do. The stickiness of these layers doing the jobs they didn't sign up for can also lead to nerve entrapment, the other component. Impinged or hyperactive nerves are going to send pain signals to the brain asking for help. You get enough of these pain signals firing, and the nervous system as a whole gets stuck in a stressed state, a fight or flight state, and it can't get the relaxation it needs. That's why we try to relax people along with just breaking up these knots. And a quick tangent, relaxation doesn't mean dazed out in a spa, but it means calming down these signals your nervous system keeps firing. But in their attempt to break up these knots, that's where I think a lot of people end up accidentally making things worse. They always try to brute force this nodule they find. This can work sometimes. In layers, especially newly formed areas of tension, where it hasn't had years to rebuild itself, you can actually separate tissues that are glued together. You can also always mobilize, lubricate, and separate layers that were supposed to stay separated. So we can break things apart. That's the term I use often, but the mistakes happen when we continue to bash on an area of fascicles that have already undergone their metamorphosis. When a therapist finds a knot that's already too late to separate, such as the most common one that this video is about, and they attempt to physically just smash through it with their elbow until it disappears, it's going to make things worse. Your body and tissue will view it as an attack, because that's basically what it is, and it'll tense up. Your nervous system will fire, the exact opposite of the relaxation we're aiming for, and worst of all, your pain will increase, because you're being abused. Instead, we have to approach these knots with the mindset of mobilizing them and separating them out. And we have to stop if the person's pain reaches above a 6 out of 10. No pain, no gain is old and archaic. It is outdated. You will find much better results if you work well within their pain tolerance and keep the session feeling comfortable. And those results are the real goal of the session. To improve mobility, to relax the nervous system, to stop their pain. If you're able to achieve those results and the client on the table feels those results, then who cares if there's still some denser tissue in the body? The body is never uniform and it's constantly shifting and changing from childhood onward. Parts of your body will become thicker and less smooth, and many people even aim to get those results. Think of somebody in the gym trying to get yoked. So we're not going to bring people back to being a smooth childlike mannequin. However, if you get their body moving in a pain-free state and you relax the nervous system, then you can start to stop the shoulder pain, the headaches, the limited range of motion. And that's really what the client is there for and how you can get them back, stopping their pain. Because you're still fixing their problem and getting them exactly what they want, even if that infamous knot is still floating around in their back. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and it helped you out. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to the channel for more content. I will see you guys on the next one. I hope you have a great rest of your day.